At start we see our protagonist Lin Yi getting fired from his job by his manager. Though Lin Yi tried to resist his resignation, but it was all in vain. While he was leaving the place, he received a call from his girlfriend saying we should break up and there's no need for him to come to her birthday party. Upon asking why so sudden, his girlfriend responded saying we have been together for so long time but you are still a poor man and I can't waste my time with you. After when he entered the lift while thinking, what a day to lose a job and getting dumped, same time a system lady Ling Wei appears in front of him, Master welcome to career experience program and that she is also his servant. And the system let you experience a new career every week and while completing the task you will receive ultimate rewards. Seeing the system pop up, Lin Yi got excited and received a job of blah blah driver package. In simple word, a taxi driver. Also along with the career he got a 10 million cash plus a peninsula hotel ownership. But there was one thing that was extraordinary and it was a Pagani worth 30 million. After receiving the reward, Lin Yi was so happy that even if he had to be a driver for his whole life he wouldn't mind it. But the system cannot allow that. Well, after listening to her, Lin Yi thought it wasn't a bad idea, he can make a lot of money. That moment Ling Wei takes out the car keys saying, regarding the ownership of the Peninsula Hotel you have to go to the site to accept it, and the Pagani is parked in Lot C area 22. Also he receives a message from bank that 10 million yuan had been credited. Lin Yi arrives at the parking lot and while thinking the system is actually real, he sees a woman having problems with her car and after getting near to her, Lin found out that she is Ji Qingyan. Also she was the president of the company he worked for. Seeing Ms. Ji, Lin offered a helping hand saying he can give her a ride. At that moment a snobby guy comes from back saying, beautiful women, a small employee like him can't drive a nice car and it would be better if you ride in my new sports car. But Ms. Ji immediately got back while responding, you pervert, I will not agree to your advances. Seeing her reaction, Lin Yi stepped in while telling him there's no need to bother Mr. Li, also my car is just up front. Hearing that, Li Yunhang said it must be a broken car. Furthermore Ms. Ji asked also him to stay away from her and it doesn't matter if it's a broken car, but they both were surprised after seeing a top sports car Pagani. Seeing their reaction, Lin also said with proud tone, this is my car, please Ms. Ji get in. But Li Yunhang didn't believe that's actually his car. So when Lin took out the keys his addressing took a turn and he started calling Lin a brother, though Lin didn't give shit about him and drove his Pagani away. While they were on the road, Ms. Ji was asking Lin about how can he afford a sport car when he is just a small employee in sales department. But Lin Yi also clears her doubt by saying he was pretending and actually he is a rich second generation. Also moreover Lin was doing the job for life experience, so now he has started a new business of blah blah driver. As soon as she hears that, Ms. Ji places the order and after a while they arrive at their destination named Urban Renewal Authority. Ms. Ji says goodbye after doing the payment. Soon after she left the system came out saying congratulations for completing the first order with reward of 50 million, 50,000 proficiency point and 5% career completion. The moment he hears that, Lin gets excited while saying 50 million for completing one order. This is too good to be real. At night in the Peninsula Hotel, we see a couple talking and moreover the girl was Lin Yi's ex-girlfriend. While the two dogs were talking how grand the hotel is, Yunjae sees Lin Yi. Upon seeing him, Cici immediately starts to sully his name by saying, what are you doing here, you poor bastard, do you think you can afford it? Lin also replied with calm face, don't make fool of yourself, this hotel is too average for me. Hearing Lin's words, Yunjae says, you don't have to pretend this is a 5-star hotel, also it's above your level. Furthermore, Cici calls for the security to kick Lin out. After a while a group of people comes running and when Yunjae was happy that Lin will get kicked out, the group of people bowed before him saying, Mr. Lin, you're here. Seeing that, the two dogs were surprised and were thinking how can this be possible? How could Lin Yi be the owner? While they were processing their empty heads, the manager asked Lin to come to the conference room to check out the work. In conference room the manager brings a set of books and asks Lin Yi to check the financial statement. But seeing the number of books, Lin immediately says there's no need to see. I trust you guys, so just keep working as the same pattern as before. At the same time an employee comes running saying there's a customer who wants to file a complaint because we weren't able to deliver the car she requested. And as Lin wanted to get away from this work he said, don't worry, I will go check it out. After arriving a beautiful woman opens a door, and when Lin was inquiring about the complaint, Jingshu said you don't have to worry, just arrange another car. Hearing that, Lin offered her his help saying my Pagani is rental, you can drive it. But Jingshu said how can I afford to rent it with my financial resources and it's super sports car, I can't drive it. Lin Yi gave her another suggestion. How about I'll drive you at your destination? Hearing his words she was little embarrassed but also in hurry, so she asked him to wait until she gets changed. After a while when Jingshu came out she was looking like a fairy. Meantime in the hall room the two dogs were having a lover's quarrel. Cici asked Yunjae to leave before Lin Yi comes. Hearing her say that he said in angry tone, bitch, you really think Lin Yi will look at you? At same time her friend asked her, do you think he will turn back? Cece also responded in cocky way, he loved me once so I just have to put on a show and he will accept me. As her friend was envying her, Lin Yi and Jingshu came down. Seeing him, Cece ran towards him like a dog saying, honey, who is she? And don't worry, I will take care of your business from now on. Seeing her, Lin Yi was disappointed and said, it doesn't concern you. While crying crocodile's tears, she also said, even if her body is great, my skills are better than her. Hearing her, Jingshu said, what makes you think that your skills are greater than mine? Lin Yi got irritated and asked her to go away saying, Jingshu is far better than you and we have date to attend, so get lost, you don't stand a chance. After showing the dog its place, Lin asked her for the destination and it was the Fairview Hotel and she was going to attend her friend's wedding ceremony. Also she was sorry for troubling him, but before they arrive at the hotel we see three women's bad-mouthing Jingshu. Concurrently Lin arrives at the destination roaring his Pagani. She also got out in style and asked Lin for his help as she had helped him with her ex-girlfriend. While her friends were envious of Lin, he waved at Jingshu yelling honey have fun and drove away. And this place is where Lin used to leave. Also the mother and daughter that are fighting over Lin as the landlord and are here to collect the rent. While Jingjing's mom was thinking that Lin must have run away and also asked her to stay away from him as she was about to become a civil servant. At that time Lin Yi comes in saying to Sister Wu that he will not stay here, also he's going to pack his things now. Well, Jinlan said if you want to move out you have to first pay the rent. Upon hearing that Lin sent the rent with interest, seeing the money, Jinlan got sincere and started to ask about what he will do now. While Jingjing was helping Lin move out, the landlord thought what if he stole things from the house, so she followed him. Upon arriving they saw the sports car and were thinking whose can it be. Same time Sister Wu asked him about his vehicle Cherry. Lin Yi responded there's no need for that and asked Jingjing to put the stuff in. Seeing that Jinlan got migraine about how can a wage earner become so rich, well Lin Yi said the same thing, I was pretending and doing it for experience. After he drove away, Jingjing said to her mom, you disliked him before for being poor but it's okay now, right? At that moment Jinlan said, first he was out of your league but now you are no match for him, so go home and study. After having a busy day, Lin went back to Peninsula Hotel and asked the staff to set the room for him, also to prepare some food. The moment he finished eating he received a message from Ms. G to pick her. After a while Lin arrives at the destination and asked if she can place an order first because if she didn't book a taxi he won't be able to earn any money. Hearing that, Ms. G immediately placed the order. While Ms. G was thinking, before he left the company he was a sales champion, so it's not hard for him to run the blah blah so seriously. But how could he be so serious? There must be a big game behind. At the same time the system popped out, though Ms. G could not see her so it wasn't a problem. Ling Wei even complimented Qing Yan to be so beautiful and she can be rated above 85 points. She also congratulated him for receiving 2 orders and it has triggered a new system task of transporting 2 beautiful women which are same level as Ms. G. Upon completion he will receive 10,000 proficiency points and mission completion progress to 50%. At that time Qing Yan asked Lin, why aren't you taking me home, is your problem difficult than mine? Hearing her he asked, what kind of problem are you facing? She explained in details that her company want to host a lunch event but couldn't find an appropriate hotel. As Lin heard she needs a hotel he immediately suggested Peninsula Residence and Ms. G also said it's one of the best hotel and it's hard to book. Lin responded maybe you can get a surprise. Listening to him Ms. G agreed and asked him to change the destination to Peninsula Hotel. Lin took a quick turn and started to head towards the hotel, but she told him if the negotiation fails she won't pay him for the lane change. Lin also told her what if it goes successful, so Qing Yan promised to give him a reward if he can negotiate, and seeing her confidence Lin asked her to do 10 squats as reward. Though she didn't know anything about it, but after checking it on browser she found the position really shameful. However she already had called the hotel manager once and he had told there wasn't any space, so Ms. G accepted the bet with full confidence. They both arrived at the hotel and asked if she could speak with the manager. Seeing Lin, the receptionist understood the situation and while thinking this woman is much better looking than the ex-girlfriend, the receptionist informed the manager about it. Wang Jianlong welcomed her and asked the reason for coming to the hotel. Ms. G told him about the lunch event and she would like to host that event in the auditorium of the Peninsula Hotel. If it's available, Lin gave him an okay sign and the manager agreed to arrange it for her. Moreover, he asked for the details about the event and he will give his full support. After that in the parking lot Lin asked Ms. G to fulfill the reward. Qing Yan said, I'm the president of a company, I will always keep my word. While Lin was getting ready to make space, Ms. G told him that this place is not appropriate and the spot is too small, so she asked Lin to take her home. Hearing that he pressed the accelerator with his full power and they arrived at her home. Ms. G asked him if he want to see it now. Lin told her to hurry because he has other works to do. Also before doing the squats she told him in advance that she hasn't done this kind of thing so it won't be perfect. Lin was so excited that he didn't care about anything and only wanted to see it. After taking the proper position, Ms. G performed the first squat, and while Lin's nose was bleeding, Ms. G's father stepped in asking, "What are you doing?" She asked her father, "Why are you here?" But there was a pin-drop silence for a minute, and after realizing her father asks, "If not here, then where should I be?" Ms. G told her father that he misunderstood and he is her yoga teacher. But Ms. G's father wasn't dumb. He said, "Which kind of yoga teacher watches from sideline?" She said he is a professional and only gives oral instructions. Qing Yan's father told her to stand aside. He has something that he wants to ask him. Ms. G's father sits next to him and asked about his name and what he does. Lin told him his name is Lin Yi and works for blah blah company. Hearing about his job, her father asked, "What kind of sport car do you ride to catch my daughter's attention?" Lin said, "I really drive a sports car." As soon as her father heard that, his mood changed, and said that the limited edition of Pagani at door is yours. And well, I can rest assured my daughter is in good hands. Ms. G again said, "You misunderstood, Dad, we are not in that kind of relationship." Well, after saying, "I can't understand today's youth," he said goodbye to them and, "Keep doing your thing, don't let me dampen your spirit." As soon as her father left, Ms. G told Lin that he really misunderstood us. That moment Lin pushed her down, saying, "I like this misunderstanding, let's continue." She responded in a shy way that we just got misunderstood. But Lin didn't agree and said, "If you continue to do squats, your thighs will be in good shape," though she got embarrassed and pushed him away. While he was explaining, he got a message from a colleague and it was written that they have set a farewell dinner for Lin. So Lin said goodbye and also, "Let's do the remaining 9 squats later." Ms. G responded saying, "Yes, I remember, bye." Well, we will end the video here. Subscribe if you want to watch more parts. Sayonara.